Yo, what's happening? What's happening? You are tuned in to the Blue Room, and I am your host, Apex 3900. And today, or should I say tonight, depending on what your time zone is, it is 17 minutes past midnight where I'm at. And if you're looking at the title, yeah, you got it. You got it. You right. Apex has daddy issues. Apex has daddy issues. Yes, I do. And I want to talk about that real quick because everybody knows that I put my dick on the track, man, as Mystical would say. I put my heart out on this shit, man. I put my heart out on the beat. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I put my heart out on this shit, man. Hold on, let me pull something up real quick. We're gonna get into it in a minute, man. I'm gonna tell y'all some deep shit, man. Cause, I took a little cat nap after my stream earlier that I had with Miss Mona, with the Queen, in Bronzeburg earlier. I wish some other people would have hopped up and we could have got that shit lit. You know what I mean? But yeah, go check that shit out, man. Check a real nigga out though. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ooh, hold up. Let me do a quick sound check real quick. Mic check. All right, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Yeah, motherfuckers just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna give it to you how I motherfucking want to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Too easy. Too easy. You busy. Oh shit. I gotta slow up on the drinking after this weekend, boy. 'Cause it's been a crazy motherfucking week. For real, man. For real, man. For real. Mm. But let's let's talk about daddy issues. Let's talk about my daddy issues in particular. Mm. I want to say his full name. I really do. I done already. Uh, and to be honest with you, man, niggas already know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, like they know my full name. I done divulged enough information about myself where motherfuckers know who I am. They know. Mm. Well, let me say this. My daddy was a hard man. He's a hard man. Hard, hard. He was a hard nut to crack. But he really was a genius. He, and I'm not even capping. You know what I mean? Like I have something to where, back when I was younger, my mother took me to a college to take an IQ test. I'm not gonna speak on that right now and speak about the IQ test that I took some 20 some odd years ago. 26, was that 26, 24? 24 years ago, or 25 years ago. I'm not gonna speak on that. But I'm a lot like my father. I'm a lot like my father. mother has said that. She has told me, you just like that nigga. But yeah, my old man was a genius, man. He really was, man. He if we were Norse mythology, he would be Odin and I would be Thor, to be honest with you. I would be Thor, he would be Odin. Now my brothers would be, what the fuck is that dude's name? Balder. You know. I got two brothers. I'm the middle child, if y'all didn't know. I'm the middle child. I got an older brother and I have a younger brother. Now, my older brother is from a previous marriage, and he's like 10 years older than me. Big bruh, you need to fuck with me, man. Because I've been reaching out to you and you've been distant to me. I'm friends with your wife on Facebook. Your wife still tap in with me. But you like to play me, from a distance, man. You need to tap in with your little bruh, man. For real. You need to oh shit. You need to tap in with your little bruh, man. Little bruh trying to fuck with you, man. But you ain't trying to fuck with little bruh, man. Real shit. And I get it. I get it. We grew up with pops. You didn't, so you feel some type of way about it. I understand that. I understand that. I understand your frustration. Let me pause that. I understand. I'm not even gonna hold you. But at the same time, like, come on now. Don't take the shit out on me. I didn't now this is some therapy. You know what I mean? This is some therapy for me. This is some therapy. I woke up feeling some type of way. I woke up from my little nap feeling some type of way. I looked at the picture of my mother and my father on the wall. And stream of consciousness came over me, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna spill this shit, man. I'm gonna spill it. I'm gonna spill it." So this is me spilling it. You feel me? And if you real, you gonna be feeling it. You feel me? All right, let me go back. Let me go back. My pops came up on the rough side of the mountain of a third world country, Guyana, to be exact. George Tone, Guyana, to be exact. To be particular, Lacey Tone, Georgetown. That's the west side for you sucker motherfuckers. You don't know. Charlotte Street. If you really want to get down in the nitty gritty with it, Charlotte Street, Georgetown, Lacey Town, Guyana. You know what I mean? He came from the motherfucking trenches, man. From the goddamn trenches, bro. I mean, on some City of God shit, man. And he came to the United States and he did his 1-2 out this motherfucker, man. For real. Real one, man. For real. Shit, he was able to knock a baddie like my mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at their picture right now. I'm like, mom's was a hot ticket back in the 80s, bro. And my pops knocked her down. You feel me? Hey, I appreciate it, pops. You feel me? Real shit. Pops had that G Mizzy, you know what I mean? Hey, the reason why I'm so player is because of my pops, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops used to lace me with game back in the day and tell me how to run down on these these who's, you know what I'm saying? Now, as far as my brothers are concerned, they felt some type of way about the old man because he was hard on us emotionally in a sense that he knew he was exclusive. So he tested all of us. He was like, nigga, I'm not just gonna give you my wisdom, my knowledge, and I'm not just gonna give you all of me because I don't know if you worthy of it. So you motherfuckers, all three of y'all, my older brother, myself, and my younger brother, y'all gonna have to earn this. You know what I'm saying? Because my dad was special, man. He was special. So in order to get his blessing, you had to prove yourself to him. You know what I mean? My older brother, my younger brother, they didn't like that shit. They didn't like that shit. They felt entitled. They felt like they were entitled to the old man's wisdom. I told this motherfucker in no uncertain terms, look, I'm about to grab hold of your motherfucking, we gonna wrestle. We gonna wrestle. We gonna wrestle like Jacob and the motherfucking angel. And I'm not gonna turn you loose until you bless me. You know what I mean? If you're familiar with the script. And he blessed me. He really did. He blessed me. But I want to say this from the outset. Big bruh, big bruh, if you listening, if you just so happen to come across this shit, big bruh, I'm not gonna say your name. I'm not gonna say the old man name, the old man's name. I'm not gonna say their name. I'm not gonna say y'all name. But you can kind of deduce who is who. But man, let me tell you this, man. He loved you, man. You were his favorite. You were his favorite. And I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that. I remember when you graduated from high school. You graduated from high school, what was that, 95? You graduated from high school in 95, right? Now, keep this in mind. My father was married to my older brother's mother before he married my mama. So my older brother's like 8 years, like a dozen years, it's like 10, 12 years older than me, right? So my older brother grew up in another city. I grew up in Kansas City, Missouri. My older brother grew up with his mama in another city, semi-central America. I'm not gonna say what city, but I'll never forget this shit. I'm still in like elementary, middle school and shit, and my older brother is graduating from college. I mean, not college, high school, right? So me, my pops, and my cousin, we drive to his city to see my big bro graduate. We don't even bring the whole fam. It's just me, pops, and my cousin. We get there, we get to the graduation. I never and big bruh, I never forgive you for this shit. Cause I seen the look on the old man's face when you did this shit, and I'll never forgive you for this shit. You gonna have to apologize to me for what you did to him. We get there, right? And I'll never forget it. We at the high school graduation. Big bruh come down, they call his name. He walked down the aisle, nigga, we go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm like, I'm in the place. I'm hype. I'm like, that's my big bro right there. Yeah, yeah. After the graduation was over, this motherfucker, he done peeped out that Pops was in the place. So once they tossed the hats in the air and the graduation is over, my big bro cut out. He gone. Don't you know me, Pops, and Cuz, we hop in the car And we drive all around. You know what? I was about to say the city. I was about to say the city, but it's in. You know what? I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. So we hop in the car, right? We drive all around, and the city he grew up in is like similar to Kansas City. It's around the same populace. You know what I'm saying? But we driving all around that motherfucker looking for him. He seen Pops at his graduation. Once he graduated, he cut out and get the fuck out of Dodge. We literally driving around this entire city looking for your motherfucking ass, nigga. We didn't drove 8, 10, 12 hours to get to you. When we get to you after the graduation, you cut out, bruh. You took mm, you took years off my father's life when you did that, man. I want you to apologize to me. You one day you're going to apologize for that because I was there. I seen the look in his face. Now, what happened between him and your mother is none of your business. It is none of your business. Hell, what transpired between him and my mother is none of my business. And trust me, he did. He was, he put in a lot of work with my mother. So him and my mother have a lot of history, and it ain't all good, man. It ain't all. I got some stories for your motherfucking ass, big bro. I got some stories for your ass. So for you to do the old man like that on the count, and it was probably, all respect due to your mama, but it was probably your mama pumping your head up, making you feel some type of way about him. So when you seen him at the graduation, you said, "Oh, this nigga here at my graduation." As soon as the graduation happened, you cut out, man. He hyped you up, bro. He talked about you and hyped you up with the family. It was. I ain't finna say your name. Matter of fact, let me come up with a fake ass name. Uh, you know what? I'll say this. You know what? I'm gonna say your name. I'm gonna say your name. Cyril. Yeah, Cyril. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Cyril. Mm-hmm. Cyril. Everything was Cyril. Cyril this, Cyril that. My son Cyril is, you know, he thought highly of you. He thought more of you than he did me, and you disrespected him and took him for granted. Cyril, Cyril, Cyril. It's all good though. You didn't know no better. You didn't know no better. You didn't know who he was. Hey, get my likes up. You in the building? Shout out to you. Hold on real quick. Let me do this. Boom, boom. Hey, if you watching, go ahead and type into the chat real quick. But yeah, though, let me get back to the story. The story. And my pops did some gangster shit, man. I mean, yeah, my pops is a real motherfucker, boy. On some real shit. You hear me? So we get to this particular city, right? This nigga cut out. We driving all around this motherfucker, man, looking for him. We can't even stay at my brother's mama house and shit because she rocking with my brother on this bullshit. So we got to get a hotel. We done drove 10, 12 hours. hours. We done drove 10, 12 hours and shit to come see this motherfucker. And I'm mad because I wanted to talk to him, but he want to be on some bullshit and cut out. All right, too easy, you know. So he cut out and shit and just fuck up the whole goddamn weekend. We come looking for this motherfucker. But just recently, right? Past 5 years, right? My father, he passed, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say that, man. My father passed when I was smack dab in the middle of this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? My father passed. So if you look back on some of my old YouTube shit around 2017, 2016, 2018, you might get a different side of me because my father had passed. You know, I never forget this shit, man. I was going through finals. I had finals. It was the week of the finals in college, well, community college, and my last semester of community college, I was taking physics. Physics is my most, it's the hardest subject on the fucking planet. It really is. And I'll never forget this shit, man. I'm in class and I get a phone call. I'm in physics class and I get a phone call about my father and his health because he was terminally ill at the time. And I got up and I looked the teacher in her face. She was a German white lady. German white lady. I can't remember the name, but she was German. She was white. She was short, a little short. You know what I'm talking about? A little short, blonde hair, white lady, German white lady. And I looked at her and I'm like, I gotta go. Gotta go. Because you see, my daddy didn't come to my high school graduation. Cyril, my daddy didn't come to my high school graduation. I graduated from Blue Springs High School 2003, and our graduation was held at the Municipal Auditorium in downtown Kansas City, Missouri. My mama was there, my cousins, my aunties was there. You feel me? A few of my uncles was there. Guess who wasn't there? My daddy wasn't there. And this nigga didn't have to drive 10, 12 motherfucking hours to come see me. He literally had, all he had to do was drive 20 motherfucking minutes to come see me walk the stage. And if you ever been to the municipal, like the municipal auditorium, like the high school I went to, my graduating class, we had like 500 motherfuckers. Like my school, my high school I went to was big. Like it was really like it really was like a fucking movie, my nigga. Just going to my high school. My high school was stupid. It was like what's that high school what's that movie from the 90s and shit? Clue, whatever the case was. It was like that, man. You had all the groups, the cool kids, the jocks, the emus, the grunge motherfuckers, the skaters and shit, the goths and shit. You had all that shit, man. I grew up with all that shit. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like I said, man, I rub shoulders. I hobnob with the sons and the daughters of Chiefs players, Royals players, lawyers, doctors, and shit, man. I had just to be crass one time, man. Nigga, I had my dick in the mouth of the daughters of some millionaires, nigga. in the town. You know what I'm saying? I love, you know what I'm saying? The son of a motherfucking damn near a sharecropper and a favela ass motherfucker, man. Precious metal, man. Came up, came up from nothing. The son of motherfuckers who came up from nothing. Got this shit out the goddamn mud. I'm rubbing elbows with with the highest of the high in my city. You feel me? But Pops, Pops was in town, and I called him. I remember this shit like it was yesterday. I called his ass the whole week leading up to my graduation. I called his ass, man. I'm like, Pops, you coming to my graduation? You coming to my graduation? Now my pops was an alcoholic. He was an alcoholic. He died of liver cancer. So he would go into certain spells and shit where when he would get into these episodes, nobody would hear from him. He would dig himself so deep into a hole. We literally had to come in and get this motherfucker up out that shit, man. I done went to my pop's house a few times and like pulled him up out that motherfucker and said, "Hey man, hey, let's go down the gates, man. Let's get some gates. If you game Goofy, Gates is a barbecue spot back home in Kansas City." I'm like, "Hey man, let's go. Hey, let's go get some Gates, man. We go get some Gates and shoot the shit real quick, you know." And then he'll start to shake that shit off and then come up out his hole because he'll dig himself into a hole. And he used to tell me, I gotta dig myself out this hole. And I love YouTube, man. I love YouTube. I get the I I'm one of the only motherfuckers that tell y'all motherfuckers that divulge this type of information to y'all, man. I don't know if there's somebody out there who's going through the same or who's been through the same thing that I've been through, you know what I mean? As far as father son dynamic is concerned, don't just hit my email, man. Hit my email and give me your testimony. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, graduated May May 20th something, 2003, Municipal Auditorium, downtown Kansas City, Missouri. This nigga could have been there. He could have been there, but he wasn't because he was going through one of his episodes. And I'll never forget this shit. My cousin, right? She like my big sister for real. She graduated high school in 92. And when she graduated from high school in 92, she moved up from Arkansas and moved to Kansas City and she lived with us. She lived in the house with me. She was a hard motherfucker, dark skinned, chocolate sister. You know what I'm saying? I love her to this day. It's all love, cuz what you and I been through, it's all love, cuz for real. I hold no ill will towards you, cuz you know what I'm saying? And that's a story for another day, be honest with you. But she was there And I remember going up to in the crowd and shit, right? I went up to the crowd and I seen her sister, her younger sister. Her younger sister graduated what, 94? Hey, hold on. Hey, it's the homie pulling up on me right now. Super. Let me put this shit on mute because I'm about to chop game with the homie real quick. Hey, every now and then, I get the itch and I gotta go ahead and get these squares up out my system, man. You feel me? Nah, this right here though, on the real, this ain't even here. This a wine. Hold on, let me go ahead and put y'all on mute real quick, okay? So, Ado, I got you. Too easy, too easy. I ain't gonna say your name though. But yeah, what y'all on tonight? Yeah, yeah. I see y'all got the Maui joints right there, man. Oh, see, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't fuck with them beers like that, man. I don't fuck with them beers like that no more. Them hops be fucking with me. I'm on. That's why I drink wine. I normally don't even fuck with the hops. I would drink this red wine. Yeah. Everybody else be drinking something. But I normally don't even smoke these squares, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really don't. Hold up. Let me take this shit off mute. But yeah, though, is this shorty? Okay, okay, that's too easy. Now, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you know you need to get some things straightened out. You know that, right? We all do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cause yeah, I'm rapping with this talk to us, man. Come on. Yeah, man. Hey. We'll do it for the podcast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm rapping with this one chick, man. She my high school sweetheart, right? And she hit me up. How you get there to be brought with your high school sweetheart? Man, look. Hey, all right. I'm gonna tell you this. This some exclusive shit, right? My high school sweetheart. First boy, exclusive. I met her in '99, right? 1999, right? We started fucking around and shit. I had a shorty at the time too. I was cheating on her with my high school sweetheart and shit, right? So I moved down, long story short, I moved down to Arkansas. I was, went to school in Arkansas for like a year and a half and shit. Come back up, she get on my line. We link and we was getting it in every day. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama was a nurse at a major hospital and shit, right? So my mama would leave the house, right, early in the morning. So, I have a good 2 hours before we had to go to school. So she come through every morning, you know what I'm saying? And we get it in. So, me and her got that connection because shit, we was getting it in twice every day, even 4 times on Sunday. You hear me? But so I just kept in contact. Yeah, easy like Sunday morning. Yeah. So it ain't no hard feelings with Shorty and shit, right? But she hit me up, I wanna say sometime last week, and she know I'm out here in Hawaii doing my thing, two-stepping and shit. And she just had a baby too. A third baby by a third man. And I had to sit up here and watch her every time had this baby. Had these babies by these men. Now, when we was in high school, I suspect that she was pregnant with my baby, and she allegedly aborted my baby because she was a volleyball player. So she was going to it. Yeah, so I get that. I get that. But you abort my motherfucking baby, and then you having these niggas babies. But anyway, she just it is just a little bit, just a little bit. It is. I ain't gonna lie. But she didn't tell me. She never admitted to the shit. But she got a tattoo on her chest with I know what it is. You know what I mean? She ain't gotta say it, but I know it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I said, what's that tattoo for? You know what I mean? Cause it's she got a tattoo with a binky, and it's like first love, but it's in Spanish. So I'm like, I know I'm this bitch first love, and she got a tattoo. You know what I mean? Like I know what the tattoo means. You know what I'm saying? But she recently just had a baby, right? By this nigga, bro. I swear to God. So, but anyway, she hit me up out the blue because she know I'm out here in Hawaii and shit, right? She like, so when you gonna let me and such and such, her baby, her new baby, come out there and visit you in Hawaii? I'm like, you know, you can come out here, but Shorty can't come out here. I'm not gonna do that. Hold on, let me explain. For the sake of fatherhood, you know what I mean? I don't want Shorty to come out here. You know what I'm saying? Just for the for the respect of fatherhood. Because when I had my shorty, right, me and my baby moms, we ran afoul, and she had another nigga around my motherfucking daughter, my infant daughter. You know what I'm saying? So just out of respect for the next man's father, putting, you know what I'm saying, putting G on his father, I don't want to be around his shorty when it's like when he's like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months old. Exactly. I mean, even if he ain't even a random dude, like it's disrespect. You gotta let that nigga, you gotta let my shorty at least get to talking age before you come around my motherfucking shorty. You know what I'm saying? So she wanna come out here and see me. You feel me? But I'm like, shit, fuck no. Hell no. Let that nigga at least get to walking and crawling first. Now I fuck with her. Exactly. And I tell the Beezy, I'm like, I tell Shorty, I'm like, nah, I'm not rocking like that. She like, well, we a package deal. I'm like, bitch, look, you 37 just like me. I'm like a couple, cause see, I'm a Virgo, so I'm born in August. I'm a August Virgo. So, is she a Virgo? But she a September Virgo. So I'm like a few weeks older than her, right? I'm like, bitch, you ain't got no shit. You can't negotiate with me. I'm in the driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So exactly. So you got to get down with me. You know what I mean? Going forward, if we gonna build if we gonna build this shit up. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, shit, it's all good though. It's all good. Now she had her second son when my daughter was like my daughter's probably like a year or so younger than her second son. She came over my house, right?
She
And
had a big fat back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. she she brought her son over there to my house, and her son and my daughter was playing because I had this little jungle gym with the little slide in the living room and shit, and they was up there playing and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I fuck with that. You know what I mean? But I still love her though. I still love it. I still love it. But yeah, like when she brought her second son around, he was what 5, 6, 7 years old. My daughter was what 3, 4 years old. Like okay, I can do that. I can deal with Shorty and he's 5, 6, 7 years old. I can't deal with Shorty and he's 5, 6, 7 months old. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like don't do that. To the women out there, don't do that. Don't bring no fucking infant around a new nigga, man. Don't do that shit, man.
I feel
Put some respect on fatherhood, man. For real.
I feel you, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want nobody around your kids. You got if a woman will accept it, you gotta kind of like look at the situation.
Hmm.
Like, if you'll do this to me, if I have a baby with you, you you wanna cut me off, you do the same thing.
Hell yeah. What's back in the '90s? What that singer Genuine said? What's so different? If you cheated on him, you gonna cheat on me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If I'm the side nigga and you cheat on me, I mean you cheat on him with me, then I have to assume that if I'm the main nigga, you gonna cheat on me with another nigga. You hear me? I mean, what's so different? What's so different? You know, have you heard that? You know that album? Yeah. what's so different? What is so different? I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, that was my shit, man. What kind of music you like to listen to? Everything, everything, everything. Country. Now see, I'm yeah, I got you. I'm doing a podcast right now about my pops. I'm kind of in my feelings talking about my father. Now my father is from a Caribbean country. He's from Guyana down in South America, right? And he was big on country. He was big on country. He listened to country. So, I know some of these white folks around here, they're like, I'm sorry, such and such, but I'm about to play some country. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about no listening to no country. My father listened to country every motherfucking day. Every time me and my little bro was riding in the car with my pops, he was playing some country music. So that shit don't phase me. What y'all young love birds about to get into though tonight?
it's cool.
Hell yeah.
I just seen the gang. I was like, man, let me come over here and chop it up with you.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Hell yeah. Playing shit, man.
yeah. All right.
Hey, remember what we were talking about earlier though?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right then.
All right, play. Nice to meet you too. Oh look, I got how many viewers up in here? Hey, go ahead and tap in, man. Put something in the motherfucking chat. You up in the belly, man. The fuck is you talking about? But yeah, though, just to a quick mention, I mentioned that brother earlier on a podcast that I was on earlier today. I think I was on Jason Black shit, and I mentioned him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my guy. You know what I mean? Hold on real quick. I dap. I shake his hand. I'm kind of germaphobic. So let me just go here and wash my hands real quick. I'm a germaphobe, man. And he with a bitch too. Ain't no telling if he was goddamn fingering the bitch and shit. And then want to dap my hand and shake my hand and shit. Ain't nothing personal. Nothing personal. I'm just, it's just how I am, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh look, where was we at? We was talking about my older brother and his high school graduation. We came down there and this nigga ski skirted out like a motherfucker, man. He got the fuck up out of there. And my daddy didn't come to my motherfucking graduation like that. As a matter of fact, when I graduated from community college and shit, he died like 2 weeks before I graduated. This nigga ain't never been to man graduation of mine. He wasn't at my high school graduation. He wasn't at my college graduation. But this nigga drove halfway across the goddamn country to come see your motherfucking ass, Cyril. And you had the nerve to run out the motherfucking business, run out the building. And you gonna have to get on my line, bit, bruh. You gonna have to holler at me, bit, bruh. That shit ain't cool, man. That shit is not cool. You gonna have to holler at me, for real. But yeah, man. Like, understand, man. And I tell young brothers all the time, you don't know what your father been through. Don't be so quick. If you're a young black male, don't be so quick to just start talking shit about your daddy because he might not have been there or, X, Y, and Z, whatever the case. Your mama might have pumped your motherfucking head up and shit and had you thinking some type of way about the old man. You don't know what the fuck. Your mama could have been a goddamn Hellcat. Your mama could have been a motherfucking Hellcat. And she want to sit up here and act as if she probably purebred and your daddy was fucking pretty Tony off on the Mac. You know what I mean? Like your daddy could have been a solid motherfucker, man. And your mama could have been a motherfucker that was fucked up in the game. You get me? So you gotta keep that shit in mind. You know what I mean? So don't ever dismiss your daddy's side of the story, man. Always get your old man's side of the story. Now, see, the men, we don't sit up here, we don't talk about how these bitches do us. We go through hell with these bitches and we don't say shit. I Motherfuckers know what I've been through with my baby mama. And I'm gonna tell you this. When my daughter get up around 16, 17, 18, and she asks me, what happened with you and mama? I'm gonna tell her the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. She gonna get the uncut, unstepped on, unadulterated truth about what happened between me and her mama. At least as far as the truth as I see it, she gonna get my version of the story. You know what I mean? Them old school motherfuckers like my pops, my pops was a baby boomer, and then the baby boomers and the silence, the generation silent and shit, they don't speak on the shit. They just let the shit fall. They just let the chips fall where they may. I'm not, me as a millennial, I'm a millennial, but I was born and raised by baby boomers. You know what I'm saying? So my game is a little bit more seasoned than the average millennial. You know what I'm saying? But the silence and the baby boomers, they played the game to where they just sat back and chilled and let the chips fall where they may. Me, I'm not. I can't be quiet. I can't be quiet. My baby mama was on some bullshit. I'ma tell it. I'ma tell it. You got that right. I'ma tell it. And if my baby stepped to me when she about 16, 17, 18, and she say, Daddy, what happened with you and mama? I'ma tell her. She gonna get the unstepped on, uncut truth. At least as far as the truth is. You know what I mean? So for you brothers who, cause we talking about daddy issues, right? We talking about daddy issues. So I'm gonna tie it all in and bring this shit home. If you got an old man, right, and you feel some type of way about the old man, and it's based on some shit your mama told you, don't you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and be disrespectful. I'm gonna be this. Don't believe that bitch. Don't just take that bitch's word for it. Yeah, and I'm calling your mama a bitch, nigga. Calling your that includes my mama too. That includes my mama too. Don't believe that bitch. Don't just take that bitch's word for it. Don't. I'm telling you, you better sit back and get more of the story before you piece all that shit together. You did. Cause I mean, I'm telling you, I know this from experience. Now, my grandmama, really my grandmama on both sides. They was born in what, the 1930s. They was, what generation is that? I want to say that's silent. Is that silent? You know what I mean? My grandmama ain't a baby boomer. My grandmama in her 90s. My grandmama on my daddy's side, she passed away in 1999. She passed away 20 years ago. If she was alive today, she would be in her 90s, or at least early, late 80s. You know what I mean? Because she passed away. She was mid 60s, late 60s. She was around the same age as my mama when she passed. You know what I mean? And I'll never forget the look on my daddy's face at my grandmama's funeral. I never forget that shit, man. Only time I seen this man cry. Only time, man. If you ain't never been to a West Indian wake, you can't relate, man. You cannot relate. I learned a lot, but it was a godsend. It was a godsend because I learned a lot about my father at my grandmother's West Indian wake. Cause they my aunties and my uncles they spilled the tea. I never forget that shit. I'm sitting up there, you know what I'm saying, with all seven of my grandmother's chillings, and we up there. They drunk. They drunk as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm a kid. I'm like 14, 15 years old and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they tell it. They tell that shit. You know what I'm saying? They tell how my father was when he was a kid. And I looked over at this nigga. I'm like, wait a minute. You was doing the same shit I was doing. You was doing the same shit I was doing, motherfucker, when I was your age. Now I know where I get this shit from. But he being all stoic and shit, you know, he big Odin. Big Osiris and shit. You know what I'm saying? But his brothers and his sisters is telling on him on the type of shit he was on. Oh shit! Praise God! Praise God! Praise God! Praise God! Man, what time is it right now? Where I'm at? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Where I'm at. I don't know what time it is where you at, but it is 1:11 where I'm at. I mean, I passed out after that last little live stream, that little last Jessica X live stream. And I changed the name to it. Hey, Queen, Queen. I changed the name to it. I changed the name of it. You know, changed the name of it. Now you said something earlier, Miss Mona, on your live stream. Not your live stream, but your pre-recorded video as it pertains to said video. And yeah, I need you to run me that motherfucking money that you said because you said something. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put my cash out in this motherfucker. And you ain't even gotta give me the whole motherfucking shit, but I need some of that. Cause you said you was gonna you know what I mean? And I need that you know what I'm talking about? Let me check the chat real quick. Oh shit. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and drop this link, man, because I want to talk to my baby again. I want to talk to my motherfucking baby again. But it's what time is it over here? In the That's the link right there. So for any of you bitch ass motherfuckers, any of you bitch ass motherfuckers that was talking shit in my last live, if you want to come up and chop game with the goddamn prince, motherfucker, the king of this shit, there it is. There it is. Matter of fact, hold on real quick. Let me check the motherfucking time in London. Right now it is in New York, it is 7 a.m. It's 45 degrees and it's 7 a.m. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I had to step off real quick. It's what? Noon over there in London right now. It's noon. Back home it's like what, 6 or 7 years? 6 or 7. 6 or 7. o'clock in the morning. Where we at? We about to play some music, man. We about to play some music, man. Yeah. Hold on. We about to play some music. Hold on real quick. Where is my it's in my pocket. Y'all gonna get up on Lloyd Banks, man. Y'all gonna get up on that for real. Hold on real quick. Yo, yo, there we go. Okay. Mic check. We gonna play some music. We gonna play some music, and when we come back, we gonna review some tape. I think I'm in the mood. You know what? I ain't even in the mood for it, but we'll see. We might review a little tape when we come back of a particular live stream. But yeah, I'm gonna lace y'all with this Gizzle real quick, man. This is Lloyd Banks. We gonna go with Insomniac. Yeah, start this shit over. Great shit looking right now. It's us against them. Shit, us against ourselves. Yes, it's us against the world. Work a little Uzi. See, we never let them be the best of us. Because we're the best of them. Like me with the talk game. You know how this shit go. You got the king of motherfucker. Royalty while my total waits. Ghetto superhero spanking street sweeper Roman king. So hold my faith, don't lie on my mistakes. Compliment the misfortune and ain't no such thing as a drama place. No bitch ass niggas at my wake, I wake up. Chase niggas up out of there, bottom tier, my bake cup. Hoopty money coming in hot. He said, no bitch ass niggas at my wake, I wake up. If you not real, bro, don't come to my motherfucking funeral. I will hop up out the goddamn casket and chase your bitch ass up out of there. In a freight truck, punch niggas to sleep still. Vladimir, my wake, I wake up. Chase niggas up out of there, bottom tier, my is a drama place. No bitch ass niggas at my wake, I wake up. Chase niggas up out of there, bottom tier, my bake cup. Hoopty money coming in hot of there in a freight truck. Punch niggas to sleep still. Vladimir on the wake up. Hit danger lyricist, safe for you, take the rock route. Look how my wheels pop out. Extravagant, suspensions like a dropout. The battle poverty's humiliation, pity wasting on potential lost out. Ain't complacent, rapper blood all on my apron. And splattered Prada claws. We gon' celebrate with champagne burps and chronic coughs. Special homies got a price. We gonna celebrate with champagne burps and chronic coughs. You understand me? Yo, when we had this Three Kings, the round table meeting this summer, we gonna celebrate with champagne burps and chronic coughs. I'm not gonna be smoking chronic. I'm gonna be smoking champagne. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? But we gonna be celebrating with champagne. You gonna hear me? You hear me? Show their colors, you should ask them. Sucker punches, perfect timing like a government distraction. They say the goal is impossible, I'ma try. I've been grinding too long and it's time to fly. Life without the opportunities like you dying inside. I'ma wind up taking it with me, never give up my fucking pride. Gotta watch out for the creed. Any night can be your last night. You can't afford to sleep. Otherwise they have you dead. I will not be like the last one. Insomnia we keep.
Diamond flurries, ice the tints, counting my bad luck. Not a worry, legends don't bleed, they close back up. Ready tuck for you to see. I got the armor boosters. My little nigga knock your block off, body armor's useless. New outfit the shop, Ferrari cop the duelist. Print out a room for new friends, goodbye to opportunists. Money ties without restraint, people promiscuous. Hollows have you roll on the floor, make you meticulous. Sleeping Beauty woke for my charm, gave her my dick to kiss. Little perpendiculars, clouding what your addiction is. Y'all alive in 17, probably open the broken boards. No applause, 24 swords, gold on my vocal cords. Turn a supermodel spy stalker, designer fly talker, roll on a set, be a skywalker. Patient nostril, ear, and eye torture. South Jamaicans dying torture. Mind your business, duck the crime talker. They say the goal is impossible, I'ma try. I've been grinding too long and it's time to fly. Life without the opportunities, like you dying inside. I'ma wind up taking you with me, never give up my fucking pride. Gotta watch out for the greed. Any night can be your last night. You can't afford to sleep. Otherwise, they have you deep. I will not be like the last one. Insomnia we keep. Wonder where my grinding went to. Punish niggas or some of them. Picture me stumbling. Your favorite rappers mumbling. Jungle wind in a 600. Triple six roller. Fuller MC in a 3. Blue sleeves. My wrist collar. Load of screamers as I whip round. Genius dumbing my shit down. Demons coming in chicks hound. They'll rather see this full crown. They want us in the bloodshed bed. Drops to the ghettos. Pain the man targeting terrorists. Pot calling the kettle names. The power in me's higher. Give a fuck who understands you. Know we ain't gonna give a nigga nothing he can't handle. One through millions like 100 grand club runners. The summer jam. I'm on my brother's keeper. Like Nino and Gutter Man. Tragic the handle of a matic. Left a bastard video clips. Some club strips. Teardrops in the casket. You gotta ride as hard until fear hops in and grabs it. Bonus star. Watch out for peers blocking the mad home. They say the goal is impossible. I'ma try. I've been grinding too long and it's time to fly. Life without the opportunities, like you dying inside. I'ma wind up taking you with me, never give up my fucking pride. Gotta watch out for the greed. Any night can be your last night. You can't afford to sleep. Otherwise, they have you deep. I will not be like the last one. Insomnia we keep.
Yeah, live it up. All or nothing. Live it up. That is from the DJ Drama Presents Lloyd Banks All or Nothing slash Live It Up. That is a 5 mic classic. It's a mixtape, but I swear to God, nigga, this is like Illmatic, Stillmatic. You know what I'm talking about? Blueprint. This is on that level. All eyes on me. This is on that level. For real. But yeah, I put the link out there. I guess okay. Motherfuckers wanna hop out. Too easy. I'll shut it down. I'll shut this motherfucker down. I'll shut it down. I I done got off what I need to get off, man. I done got off my chest what I need to get off. But yeah though. This is Benjamin D'Souza, aka Apex 3900. Bizak with another Clizak. You understand me? Get up on this thick gizzle, man. For real. And to all the young brothers out there, don't ease up on your pops, man. Cause you don't know his story. You really don't. You been up under your mama all these years, and she didn't, talk hella shit about this man. You don't know what he went through with your mama. Your mama could have been a certifiable Hellcat, and he had to deal with her in all of her ingloriousness. You feel me? For real. And he didn't got to the point, he probably in his 40s and 50s right now, and he's like, you know what? I ain't even finna fight this shit no more. Both of y'all get the fuck on. I got a new bitch anyway. For real. So be easy, roll up on your pops, man, and get his side of the story. You get what I'm saying? Get his side of the story. I was fortunate enough to be in a two-parent household for the first 12 years of my life. My parents divorced, and then when I reached my early 20s, I reached out to my pops and established a post adolescent relationship with my pops. So my pops laced me with games, hella game, man, for real. Like all throughout my 20s, I was going and tapping in with my pops and asking him how I should move on particular situations. You know what I mean? So if you have a father, let me say this: if you have a father, this goes for men and women. Now, if your father was a piece of shit, where he was like a sexual abuser, he was a sexual degenerate, you know what I mean? Or he was abusive to you physically and beat your ass and shit like that. Fuck that nigga. Let me say that. You know what I mean? But if your father was solid to where he never sexually adulterated you or he never beat your ass like that, and you're intrigued by him and you want to get to know him, reach out to the old man, man. I promise you it'll put years on your life. It'll put years on your life. It'll put years on his life. You know what I mean? Reach out to your dad. Talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the old man. Your mama wasn't what you thought she was. She wasn't sugar and spice and everything else. Your mama was a motherfucking Hellcat. Your mama was all up in your daddy face like old girl off of a baby boy. Yeah, Jody. That was your mama, nigga. That was your mama. Your mama was hell to deal with, and that nigga had to go. He had to move around. He had to move around, because if he didn't move around, he's gonna do your mama dirty, and that's a story for another day. Cause I seen it. I synced it. You understand me? I seen it. But yeah, though, man, this is Apex, man, coming through with this thick gizzle, man. Get up on that.